always heard, like, eat a lot of carbs before a big event, especially a running event. And we're like, okay, we got a carb load before that event in order to really have a successful run. Well, guess what? That's actually not the case anymore. You don't necessarily want to do a ton of carb loading, especially if your run is a long endurance event, meaning more than like a 5K or a 10K event. We're going to get into this next tip, which it revolves around nutrition, which in itself can be a whole topic, whole series on its own, but we're going to touch upon it a little bit here because, like I said, if you haven't heard, I'm Dr. Heather, and I've created 27 tips and tricks for runners on injury prevention. And over the course of the next 27 weeks, we're going to go through each one of them right here on the channel in a little bit more in depth for you, my running community. Now, if you want to grab the complete guide, click the link down below that I've left you to grab that guide today. Again, these are in no specific order, but let's get started with tip number 7, nutrition. Now, nutrition can help really with the inflammation component. Now, if you are someone who already suffers with some inflammatory conditions, maybe you have some autoimmune disorders, maybe you just have some malnutrition issues where you're just not absorbing certain foods, vitamins, minerals correctly, you're already kind of ahead of the game because you know that proper nutrition plays a key role in your success in feeling less pain, less discomfort, and chances of you not creating another injury due to those other pain symptoms. Now, a lot of times I'll see this in Facebook groups where people will automatically recommend certain types of supplements and things like that if somebody complains of a pain disorder. There are a lot of different supplements, vitamins, minerals out there that can help in decreasing inflammation. Now, why would we want to decrease inflammation? Well, that should be like a no-brainer, because if there's inflammation in an area and we start putting stress on that area, it's only going to aggravate that inflammation further, and then it's going to create more swelling, more pain, more discomfort. It's going to throw everything off in terms of our gait, how we're doing things, how we're moving, our stiffness. So nutrition becomes really key in helping decrease our own body's inflammation. Now, the other thing is that the nutrition plays a key role, especially if you're one of my endurance athletes, in helping you survive that long endurance event, meaning that you're helping your body fuel itself correctly to go ahead and sustain the type of activity that you're about to embark upon. Because a lot of those types of activities are long duration. So we need to really understand how to get the proper amount of amino acids, the protein into our system, the fats and the carbs, and when to utilize them for the specific event that we're having. Now, like I said, this nutrition topic is a big one, so we could talk about it for days. But the key thing is to understand here, there are key vitamins and minerals that are helpful for you to keep inflammation out of those joints so you feel less pain, less discomfort, and also too, if we work on focusing on the proper nutrition, ingestion of proteins and fats prior to an event, we can use it to help not have that lactic acid buildup, which essentially makes us hit that wall when we're trying to, run those longer duration events, and allows for a faster recovery period so we don't have that delayed onset soreness that we would normally have thanks to not fueling our bodies correctly. Now, again, some great minerals and vitamins that you can look at adding into your, daily plethora of stuff are omegas. So that would be our fish oils. You could look at turmeric. You could look at complex B vitamins. You could look at biotin. You could look at bromlin, magnesium, calcium. There's, like I said, a whole bunch of them that you could start to look at. But before you start running out to the drugstore, before you start running out to CVS, or even shopping on Amazon for some of these things, do understand if your body definitely needs them. Because sometimes through proper nutrition, we're already getting some of the vitamins that we need on a daily basis. Which is kind of interesting because I'll remember years ago, somebody had once said to me, a good client of mine, she's like, oh, you must take vitamins because you're in the health and wellness field. Well, to be honest, I actually don't take vitamins. I don't take supplements simply because I make sure that my nutrition, the foods that I eat morning to night, are balanced and have all the vitamins, minerals in it that I would need for sustained activity. So again, before you run out to that drugstore, before you start shopping away, Make sure you're getting the proper nutrition in through your daily diet, and then if you feel like something is missing, then complement it. But also talk to a professional to have a better insight if it is something that is needed within your diet, because we also want to make sure that you're digesting and your liver is processing what it is that you're intaking correctly, so it is actually utilized throughout your entire system appropriately. All right, like I said, don't forget to catch all 27 tips and tricks for runners right here on injury prevention on the channel over the next 27 weeks. I'm Dr. Heather, your virtual sports chiropractor, and I'll catch you in the next video.